Hey there folks, this is David on David's Brain. Welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play of Disco Elysium for the PS4. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and contribute to my Patreon. Links in the description at the bottom. Alright, yes, last time we managed to help settle things down with the bookstore owner and her daughter. So now we're investigating this abandoned investigating the rest of the building to see if we can find this malignant entity or whatever it is. And yeah, we're making some leeway here. Before we head back upstairs, I kind of want to check out what, let's see. Oh yeah, and also got a rifle. I kind of want to see what's up here. Alright, not sure if this leads back outside or whatever, but I'm assuming it does. Oh, well, you know, I'm right. Need to pass time? Buy a book. Reading passes time quickly. So yeah, there is a use for the books here. Alright, now there's just like an easy way for me to get money that then... Oh yeah, I still need the money to pay for the damages of the the hostel. Right, there is that. There we go. I need to do something behind Kitsuragi's back. Sneak out after he's gone to sleep. But why would I do that? Ah, there we go. Where are the oh, the mannequin, right. Blue velvet, salt to the touch. Bothman. Is this Emma Zetidier? Who's Emma? Street motorbikes borrowing a Slipstream logo. Production schedule, filament member. Ah! Skis with Slipstream.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
Reconceptualize, eh?
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But the question is, which did they start with, and which did they pivot to?
That's a good question.
A strange leap of imagination. The other still failed. Sad.
Reality is ruthless.
Let's see. Filament. Alright, well, let's go and install that filament buster there and see what the real story is around here.
Tiles on the cube are still
Insert the
smoldering.
production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
No, I think we killed it like last time when we unplugged that bear.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Ah, Fortress Accident. Oh, SCA.
That's not bad.
Alright. And, oh, wow. So conceptual. And what's that? Let's see. And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game.
Any other questions?
Alright, fine. What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Oh, you mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yep.
Good. Please repeat the password.
I don't know. This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Yeah, if anything, these guys probably kept the password close by.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
What are you, a machine, or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
Yvonne, hi there.
That's passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Let's see. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am? Let's see. No. Yvonne, my partner here tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How'd you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident.
Right.
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Does it get lonely doing that job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Nothing happens.
Alright, maybe the password's on the board here somewhere.
This old fireplace is cut. The whole thing resembles Cadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. History classes, students with radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled. They must have had massive airwidth. Someone very, the leader of a massive, a conductor for the 100. Whoever decides to call it, all of this is gone. There's no way.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it.
Nothing. It's just lines.
Alright, just stuff we already know. Maybe something I found here as a clue.
The note is written with a blue pen. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived.
So maybe the extra memory's back at that ice cream maker. Postcard La Delta 51. Let's see, the sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia tone. Midtown traffic passes. That couldn't be the password, could it? Aha! This tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice. I think we found our wannabe game designer here.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Let's see. Hold on. What do you mean by Milius?
Yes, a Melius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Or you must have confused me with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Let's see. Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice. Let's see. Mysteriously... Nah. Alright, no. Yeah, I get the feeling that if you're not here to talk to her about dice, she ain't talking about anything else. So, yeah.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there is any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites.
How'd you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
You like playing them yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Alright, what do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
There is no malignant entity, shut up!
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then, the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, Detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Hyper-focus, I hear you. You off at work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Alright, thanks for your answers there.
Anything else, officer?
Where exactly... yeah, okay, where exactly are we?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
I could see that.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
Yep. Do you know what happened to the... let's see. Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Let's see, there used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
And besides, it's just a haircut, so whatever.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
Let's see. What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have a bit more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Oh, so it's Mr. T then. Alright, fool! Yeah, no, the Mr. T conks, okay. Who is Artemitep?
Kind man, from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
And how'd that community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's up with the broken windows here?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
Snuff milius?
What's the snuff milieu?
Oh, even you don't know.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool about the debris, but what's a snuff milieu?
It's a sub-rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Oh god, that's disgusting! So, oh god, so it was a radio, so it was a snuff station?
What does she mean, to get off on it?
You would know!
Don't worry, the ACP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around here.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
Alright, I'm just gonna let it pass.
Anything else?
I found these creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect right activists? What in the name? Oh god. Unless there's like bees or something, they're bugs!
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
But insects don't have any... Well, okay, Okay, on the one hand, they're bugs, so... Alright, well, yeah, it could just be, like, substitute bugs for any, like animal rights thing, so, like, foxes or lions or anything like that. Yeah, I'm glad someone took care of the little guys. I like bugs.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Alright, what's up with the motor blades and the
They were
skis?
made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
So what do these transmissions
The
say?
usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
None like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one.
No.
No. Wait. Forget it. It would take too long.
Going
They
back
were
to...
made by... Honestly, I think it's quite funny.
But yeah, no,
I
running
think
off with the
he's
company's
still
money?
sending out
Why has he been
holiday
arrested?
transmissions. Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business. Besides, Slipstream is...
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No. Wait. Forget it. It would take too long.
Well, anyways, I found this strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
Yeah.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
Well, I mean, hey, you're a dice maker. They wanted to make a radio RPG. I mean, it kind of would be... it wouldn't make sense if you didn't talk every once in a while.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Chronically liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
Let me guess. Their ambition outstretched their budget.
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Yeah, from what I've seen so far, the project did look pretty impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
Sounds about right.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic. And to show up to work on time.
Oh.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult. Especially if you've been drinking.
Too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked pretty good. I mean, hey, could have worked.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revo ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Oh, please, let's hear it.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Alright, what were the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Sorry, what? Let's see. Let's see. The prettiest girls paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. Let's see. Slump behind the counter with a face that would maybe Well, what did you expect? 20 cents per hour is 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand.
Oh.
And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
It didn't work out, I take it?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
That sounds about right.
Eventually, Ravishore ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I killed the bear. I unplugged it.
You did what?
Let's see. I unplugged the fridge to help Revadol City cut their losses.
Ugh, of course they left it plugged in. Even in death, the bear is costing them money. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherian.
Oh God, of course he made that thing on drugs. Why wouldn't he? Yeah, a giant fuck off scary ass bear that you could use as an ice cream fridge. Of course, yeah, you can only come up with an idea like that high off your ass.
Sounds cool.
What's it? A Megatherion?
Megatherian, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life.
Like a spirit animal?
By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Take drugs, kill a bear.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I don't do drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all.
And A, they had to keep tell electrochemistry to shut up.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. Anything else? Another
What?
failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
I found the building's intercom, but it's not actually working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
So you're telling me that door with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering about the Whirling and Rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
But I saw a name East Delta Pinball on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, florography, trick-track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, I could never win at pinball. I just get pissed off with
His
it.
disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
I'm liking you more by the second, Kim. Anyways, strange thing happened when I tried calling a company called Slipstream SCA. Somebody answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said it was from Tricentennial Electronics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
Yep.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie. Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
Yeah, no, it probably was just a prank.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Alright.
Sure, I'm listening.
Alright, more questions about the
I'm
intercom.
pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want to know? It can't be. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman?
Alright, first it wasn't Plaisance.
Maybe
I know
it was
her and I would have
Plaisance
recognized her
from the
voice.
bookstore. Oh, right. But did this person say any Tricentennial? It used to be.
No, whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
Oh, the kids these days. Sure, I'm listening.
Alright, let's see. I had some other
Good.
questions.
I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Let's see. How do you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malignant energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't really doing all that well. There's hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Nah, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and customers have trouble paying the bills. Let's see.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Let's see. Plaisance thinks it's because you're just... I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I'm starting to think that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
Let's see here. Why hasn't her business failed? Let's give it a roll.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Let's just leave it at that.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
Alright,
What
well,
else?
Nope. I think we're good here. Thank you.
Hey. Psst.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Oh, let's see. Love's really worked out well for me? Yeah, definitely not. I'll stop building love. I can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's word on the
You
street?
keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I said some mildly left-wing things, but nothing like that. That's just fucking crazy. Well, okay. Eat the rich I could kind of get behind, but,
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
I don't... failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Wait. What? Let's...
Failure. It's about failure.
I don't do failure.
Of course you do. You are failure. You are communism. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped, shat on. While everyone else is out partying, having a callous laugh, you will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone. Against you. Against that. Now get to work, comrade.
Should I? Well, then again, I have seen what capitalism could do. But, well, yeah, basically, trickle-down economics is a load of fucking horse shit. And yeah, having seen what the rich do, yeah, the rich get richer, and everyone else is basically born into servitude to them. Roll up your sleeves and start building communism.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Oh, God. Mazovian socioeconomics. Let's see. Mazovian socioeconomics. People think communism was some crazy idea that had come up 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Temporary -2 to visual calculus. Looks like reaction. Alright, well, yeah, I don't have to take it. Alright, well, this has been interesting. In any case, let's just head back downstairs and talk to her about this whole entity thing.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Alright, let's go and give the dumbbell a try here. I've had crazier ass pulls.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for...
You're right. The weight may fall off. But it would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating. But it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed.
Seems like a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
The barbell waits patient.
I'll try again later. Alright, well, we found the source of this mysterious curse, I think. Yeah, no, it's just a bunch of bad business decisions. Really looking at them unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Oh, go away.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes. How was it?
Let's see. It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nia, and she's a novelty dice maker.
Novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Let's see. She says it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quick. Let's see. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
This is a lot for her to pass.
Let's see. Let's see. Immigrant labor. No, where the hell did that come from? I'm afraid the only world revolution. Let's see. We live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to get used to chaos. I'm afraid only world revolution can help you.
Another revolution? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Ugh.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Alright.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
What about the wards of the back door? Are those Simonese as well?
The Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
Oh boy, what a loon that was. Alright, let's see, for physical instrument. I really don't want to have to placate electrochemistry. I really don't like that guy. Unfortunately, he's just a tool in the box, just like everything else. I gotta use it. I gotta make sure he's maintained.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Let's see, Bird's Nest Roy. Let's see, just for electrochemistry. Alright, yeah, there was that one book that I was interested about, the Void. Let's see here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I want to buy medicinal
also a
purposes
wide
of the
range
Pale.
of paranatural literature.
Indeed. Something about that book does seem to have spoken to you. Well, I hope it contains what you're looking for.
I hope so too. Let's see. A small green book giving off peculiar foreboding impression, though it's hard to figure out why. It describes the various ways of healing debilitating ailments through the use of Pale, some of which sound implausible at best. Flipping through the book, you find a number of sections on the general benefits of the Pale. A large pharmacopoeia book is nearly half of the book. What's pharmacopoeia? You come across the following explanation. While modern pharmacopoeia are continually updated by so-called experts based on the results of clinical trials, readers will find assembled here the timeless wisdom relied upon by generations of traditional medicine practitioners, mystics, and Elmaran folk doctors.
It's all quackery, in other words.
Yeah.
Finally, something to calm the angry spirits that have been plaguing you.
Let's see. Is there anything in there about restoring lost memories? There are a number of solio tonics that promise to improve your short-term memory, but nothing that speaks to your condition. Anything about curing an apocalyptic hangover? There's nothing, however. While browsing through the various descriptions, you become convinced that you could assemble something from the ingredients listed here. Want to give it a shot? Alright, book. Let's see what you got. First, you need to choose a base ingredient. Let's see. Ginger root. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Let's see. Boil it with a tea made from birch bark. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add? A few pomegranate seeds. The ginger root will help with the nausea, and the birch tree bark will help you flush out the toxins. The pomegranate seeds are a natural aphrodisiac. That's a nice bonus. Alright, time to get great. So where do I find all this stuff? From the Pale, of course. Over at some enterprising entreprenant. Where you would find one of those, though, the book does not say. Alright.
Several maps. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Alright, I want to buy the map.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalked. A small mountain of colorful boards. The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
Well, an outdated map's better than no map, I guess. Alright, well, might as well track down that old soldier and give him the ball I found, as a bit of the apology. It's... Oh wow, it's snowing out here. Jeez. Yeah, good thing I managed to get the kid back inside.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
This is the coupe.
motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, a metallic The pull-out toolbox slides back as you tap on the
There's no use pressing.
translation. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just...
Her voice is
Gottlieb, what you get yourself into this time?
How'd you know it was me?
I didn't, but now I do. How's the drinking going?
I'm trying really hard not to.
Great. Have a medal. I have an autopsy to attend to. An autopsy of one Chester McLean who died of fish poisoning.
Fucking, I'm not dead. It just hurts, okay?
Hey. I've been bad. I want someone to... Oh god, do I dare go through this? What?
Oh, it's you. I know a woman skilled at that sort of thing over in Jamrock, but I wouldn't want to inflict you upon her. Best of luck, detective.
Right.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things... Do that. I need to go. Some idiot has glue. With all the damage you've been dealing... What else?
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you, or...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
This is the coupe Riskinian.
Motor carriage.
The coupe Ris...
But this is different. This is a sports model.
I think I might be wrong, but is this one a sports model?
You're right. I didn't take you for a motor car enthusiast. Do you also like Tip Top, detective?
What's Tip Top?
An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition. Yes, sorry.
He says it with very badly Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I broke. In the cabin, you see a set.
Alright, let's track down those old guys, give them the ball, and then call it a day. Let's see, I know they're around here somewhere. Ah, now I remember. Enormous bull is worthy of a real man.
You're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent seeking.
Let's see. Oh, looks like I'm going to be some more dialogue with him. So yeah, just going to save here. And then tomorrow, and the next time we'll finally check out the body before we turn in. Alright. Saving? Alright, till next time folks, this is David on David.